Hi, Nirvana. How are you?
Hi, Siddharth. I'm well, thanks. How are you doing?
I'm great, and it's my pleasure to actually chat to you live. And actually, my first question to you is please tell me about your journey to owner and CEO at Mr. and Miss at Mrs. Role Model National SA, Chief Executive Officer and founder at Mr. and Mrs. Role Model KwaDukuza.
KwaDukuza.
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you for that. Okay, so first and foremost, I am Nirvana Duwarika. I have a lot of insights that I would like to share on this journey of Mr. Miss and Mrs. Role Model KwaDukuza, and also Mr. and Miss and Mrs. Role Model National SA. So those are my two main core pageants that I host, and I am the founder and the CEO of both of them. The reason why I did implement and bring them to life is because I always had this purpose in life to always give back to community, and by using these platforms, it allows me to expand my purpose, and hence the reason I have been able to launch them accordingly. So the first one was Mr. and Miss and Mrs. Role Model KwaDukuza that was launched in 2022, and we are now just 2 weeks away from our third annual. So we are busy planning and arranging for that so that we can crown our new winners, and we cannot wait to welcome our new winners. And then, of course, we have our second annual of Mr. and Miss and Mrs. Role Model National SA. That will occur during the month of October. That is more of a larger scale because that entails entries from across South Africa in all provinces, whereas the KwaDukuza pageant only focuses on the community of KwaDukuza. So we are trying to get our winners to participate in the nationals from this KwaDukuza pageant, and then also open it out for the other external um, contestants from other provinces. So we held our first annual last year, and we are in the process of planning our second annual. It has been a road for both of these pageants, but it has also been rewarding at the same time, where I've learned so much in the industry. I never thought I would learn more than what I was expected to learn. And I've met so many people, and I have grown over the past years, learning and also being able to inspire others. And it's so amazing that people who don't know you actually admire you from a distance, and you only find this out years or months or days after that, and that is such a rewarding feeling. So it gives me great gestures and pleasures to even um, realize that I've been doing something right all of this time, and that's why I've been able to launch these pageants. And my purpose has been living, it's been growing, and it has only been expanding. And there is a lot more to come.
Hmm. Okay, so who are the people that you look up to in these spaces?
I would say not. Okay, there is two that I would look up to. I would mention um, Alicia Darby. She is one of the greatest pageant coaches I've been following over the past years. She is a stunning collaborative. She has done a lot of pageants, co-hosting, directing, also in North America and California. I use some of her insights and also some of her ideas and incorporate it into what I do. And it's so nice. It's actually amazing to see how they actually do things internationally. And I use those insights to bring it to life in SA actually. And then I also look up to one of my very close friends. She is locally. Her name is Pumzile Shipangura. She is the founder and CEO of Mr. and Miss Durban. She's been such a star in this industry as well, and she's always been supporting my journey, and as I support hers as well. So we support one another, and that's what I like about her is that she does not only um, focuses only on what she's doing, but she also extends invites and collaborations and events invites, for my winners, for myself, and also being able to support the stuff that I do. So it's for me that has been a very rewarding relationship that I've received from her, and that keeps growing. And it's been one of the she's been one of the most amazing women in this industry that I have met. And yeah, I hope she's watching so that I can thank her for that.
What have been your highs thus far?
In this industry of pageantry, there has been more highs than lows, right? I'll speak about the highs. When it comes to our winners, when we do crown our winners, it's very important that we analyze what they have been speaking about before they enter the pageant, and once they had attained their titles. So, majority of them, I would say that they have come on board from the beginning till the end. In the beginning, when they do send us their entries, we would question and we would investigate as to how and why they enter these platforms. And sometimes you are easily observant. You can identify whether they are just entering the pageant just to gain a title and then just hang it on their curtains or rails or whatever, and then they will not do any work for the community, and then they will move over to other pageants, and then your brand is not being promoted due to their negligence, right? And then you get the dedicated contestants that would come on board. They would win the titles, they would promote the brand throughout the year from the beginning till the end, and then they will fulfill the entire year of reign until the next successor has been crowned. So for me, that has been one of the main key aspects that I look for when I am working with our winners. And sometimes we do find that um, we don't get as what we had expected as much as we had requested or expected in the beginning. But then we find that we have um, some other contestants that also participated but did not win the official titles, but were runner-ups and actually stepped forward to do more than what the official titles would have done. So that for me is one of the highest, because you don't really see runner-ups promoting the brand more than the official winners. So that for me is like a winner itself. So that was one of my highs. It's great to see. It's actually great to see that we have these title holders and these individuals that fulfill their purpose, although they did not take their official titles. So for me, that has been the ultimate. And coming back to our third annual crowning for the Mr. and Miss and Mrs. Role Model KwaDukuza, we are going to make mention of our previous winners that actually went out there and did the work for the community and did the best that they could for the brand.
So, what have been your lows, if any?
Lows, as I mentioned, I think I have summarized it in my in the previous question.
Oh,
Like
sorry.
I mentioned,
Sorry.
yeah,
Okay, sorry.
some contestants would not
Of
do
course.
as
Okay.
much work, and then we have the runner-ups taking over to do more than what the official title holders would do.
Okay. Okay. What are your plans for this year and beyond?
For this year, we are looking to expand in the sense that our winners will be participating in our other pageants that we are currently planning to host in larger scales. So this will only be our official winners that would be given these opportunities. And
Okay.
also to mention about opportunities, we do get requests from other fashion designers and fashion shows that they request our winners to come and showcase their garments and also walk the ramp. So those opportunities immediately comes to me, and I give it out to the best suitable models that are deserving of those. So we
Okay.
are hoping to get more of those this year so that we can give it out to our new batch of winners so that they can expand themselves as individuals and be able to promote the brand in all aspects.
Okay. My final question to you is any words of inspiration for people that want to enter the spaces you're in?
Just enter. Whatever you do, just enter. Um, it's not a very difficult field, but it's also not a very easy field to be in.
Hmm.
If you set your mind to it, you need to have time management, planning, execution skills that has to come hand in hand. But it's also a very, very, very rewarding field, as I mentioned earlier on, where in a sense that you meet so many people. It's such a diverse country that you end up meeting people from all over SA and also from overseas. We also had a sponsor from Los Angeles this year for where they had careered and hand knitted hats for our winners. So if I could go so far in this industry by just being in this industry for the past 3 years as a pageant director, anyone can do it. It's not a very a difficult field to be in, as I mentioned, but you gotta do it wholeheartedly. You gotta have a
Hmm.
purpose as to why you are doing it. Find that purpose, work on that purpose, expand it, and promote it to the best that you can. And also, when you are working with your new title holders or your previous title holders, do not forget your previous title holders when you do crown your new batch of winners, because you have to remember them in the following years, because um, they are the ones that will be able to carry the brand, and
Hmm.
they'll be able to expand it in ways that you would imagine. So keep them close to you, and as you move forward, also carry your successes, your weaknesses, your strengths, your issues, your problems, your solutions, the good, the bad, positive, negative, whatever. You carry along with you, and if you do find your place or your space going into if you do find yourself going into a dark space at any point in your life, do not stop. That is telling you that you need to continue no matter what. If you fall, you pick yourself back up and you keep going. No matter what, just keep going.
Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you, Siddharth. This was a pleasure.